you saw the leading cause of death in diabetics. Because a diabetic will most likely die from a heart attack.
These are
for
songs
that very
for
reason. Oprah
the Oprah show last season. This is Paul Beckman, Palu Rainbow Song. It's
have diabetes.
February 4th, 2010.
So, okay, just to summarize, when you have too much sugar and your body isn't processing the sugar, it's like little crystals, it's like shards in the body, right? It's like pieces of glass. Okay, that's what happens in the body when you have too much sugar.
Right, and these little glass shards, imagine this is the lining of my artery, which we have everywhere in our body. It's scraping at it, it's digging at it, it's cutting it.
That's what too much sugar does in the body.
Exactly, and we have to scar the cuts. We have to heal them. The scarring process is the hardening of the arteries.
So it's scarring inside the body.
In all of our tissues.
In all of our tissues.
Every one of them.
Okay.
And that's a problem, because that influences all of our organs. So, for example, what happens when it scars our kidneys?
You have kidney failure.
You have kidney failure. So here's a picture of a normal kidney on the left. Beautiful, plump, robust.
Yeah.
Look at the kidney on the right. It's shrunken. It's shriveled. It's been killed.
That's a diabetic kidney.
Diabetic kidney.
Okay.
What happens in the eyes? In the eyes, the blood vessels are very fragile. Look at the left eye. Normal eye, by the way, is a window into the soul of our bodies.
Right.
It's our brain we're looking at.
Okay.
The normal eye on the left there has normal pink tissue. It gives us a beautiful reflection of the brain. Look on the right side, what happens during diabetes. Those fragile little vessels crack. A little tiny crack in a blood vessel, and the blood accumulates. See the dark areas? That's a Charlie horse of the eye. But when that happens in your eye, you don't just get a little discomfort. Imagine you're looking at two kids playing in the playground. I've got a picture of them right there.
Okay.
You've got diabetic changes. This is what it looks like. That's your view of the world. Now try to focus on that. So it's not just a little bit of sugar.
Not just a little bit of sugar. So many people think that if you're diagnosed with diabetes, that you just take a little insulin. I know I have members of my family who have to shoot insulin every day, and you'll be fine.
Well, at the end of the day, the amount of insulin you got to take is dependent on how bad your diabetes is.
Yeah.
But I don't want you just to think about diabetes. I want you to feel diabetes. So I took one of your film crews with me to New York Presbyterian Hospital, and we actually visited Lorene.
Okay.
She's a woman who is on insulin.
Okay.
She's had diabetes for much of her life. I want you to hear her story.
Okay.
How are you?
Hi, Dr. Oz.
It's a real pleasure to meet you.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, too.
Thanks for that.
Diabetes so ravaged Lorene's kidneys. At age 34, she already needed a transplant. Just 7 years later, diabetes destroyed that kidney too. 3 days a week, it takes this dialysis machine 3 hours to clean her blood. Without it, she would die. Now at 44, diabetes has taken an even greater toll on Lorene's entire body.
Can I look at your legs?
Sure. I ended up with lesions on my feet, and I've now lost half of my leg on the left side, and I just took half my foot 2 weeks ago.
I'm going to ask you a delicate question, but there are a lot of folks who say, hey, I just have a little bit of sugar. I have a little diabetes, and I'll take care of it. What do you have to say to that?
And try and take care of yourself early, because I didn't when I was young. I ate lots of regular sugar, soda, and regular cake. And then I also would say, well, I'll take a little bit of insulin to, compensate for it. Think that would be okay, which it wasn't. And this is what happens. It's not a pretty sight.
If you can.
I used to be very active.
If you can.
I worked in nursing and I was a volunteer EMT.
Why do you think that there are almost 60 million Americans who are pre-diabetic who aren't taking it seriously?
Because they feel